And we're live.
Alright, see if I can pull up your stream.
Forgot to plug my headphones back in.
Am I able to pull up? I'm trying to get chat open, but looking at the stream is confusing me. There we
Yeah,
go.
I like to use Chatterino so I can keep everything in one spot.
I tried streaming like one time and my internet wasn't good enough for it.
Oh, bummer. You're on the West Coast. What part?
California? Santa
California?
Barbara?
Nice.
Yeah. Where are you?
I'm smack dab in the middle of the country. I'm in St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, nice.
So like to get to the bottom of Florida, it's like, 17-hour drive. To get to California, it's about the same or more.
You got the arch there, right? That's all I
Yeah,
know.
we do have the arch. Did you ever see that show or the movie? Um, what was the Greek hero kids?
Oh, Percy Jackson?
Yeah, Percy Jackson. There's a famous scene in the books where Percy jumps out of the top of the arch into the Mississippi River.
Huh.
They are not close enough to do that, even if you're a superhero. They're
But
like
but
football
Percy jumped
fields
really
away.
far. Huh.
And so people call him Rick didn't know it was that far away Rearden.
That's pretty funny.
All right, let's get Jazz turned up.
Is my mic quiet?
Mic check, mic check.
Oh, hello, hello. How's this?
Still a bit low. Mic check, 1, 2.
Hello, hello. Testing, testing.
Let me turn it up over
You
here.
using my microphone?
Testing, 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 testing. All right,
Test,
try
testing,
again.
testing. Hello? Oh, I'm
How's
low.
this? Is this better? Okay.
How we doing? We sounding good? Getting better?
All right, thank you all. All right, welcome to the interview with the Jazz Agent. This is my first time chatting with him, so this should
Hi
be
guys, how's it
exciting.
going?
Snot-nosed kid.
Oh yeah, my profile picture on Steam. Well, right now it's the black dude with a hat. That's a guy from a reggae band. But he used to be a snot-nosed kid until I think it was King Curtis that told me I have to change it because it just annoys people when I message them. This little snot-nosed kid saying something.
That's good jokes. Oh, my tabs are out of order. So Surf Bonk was your first map, and somehow
Um,
it was today that I learned of its existence.
yeah, should we start with like how I got into mapping and all that?
Yeah, so what got you involved in mapping? Did you make like content for other games before this?
Um, so tried to map way back. I've been surfing since like 2012-ish, 2011, something like that. And I tried to map sometime in that era. I like looked online and like downloaded Hammer, and I couldn't figure out how to make the just like hello world box. Like you make a room with a person on it, right? That's kind of the hello world of Hammer. And I couldn't get it going. And then someone, I don't know where, they were like, Hammer's hard to learn, just wait for Source 2 to come out. It'll be out soon. And this was back in 2012. And that prevented me from trying mapping. Um so then I like quit surf. I didn't quit, but I just like didn't really surf until about 2020. It was like a 4-year break, 5-year break, something like that. Um got back into it. And then it was the KSF Discord. I saw there was a mapping channel and was like, I knew I was gonna have questions and like struggle to learn the program, and so having that resource there to be able to ask questions and debug when I try to make a box and I can't make it work, that's how I got into it.
Nice.
Um,
I recently downloaded Hammer and I'm just, waiting to get around to watching tutorials.
yeah, it's tough to learn. Like once you understand it, the basics are pretty simple, but like just downloading all the programs you need and getting it running is it's a process.
So, do you have anything you want to say about Surf Bonk? I know you had a lot of
Um,
haters.
there's a lot of haters for Bonk. So when I was making Bonk, I didn't have momentum on yet. So when I was testing it, I was just loading it up in Source and trying it, typing kill in console to reset myself. And so every test took like a while. And then I also didn't know how the cordon tool worked. I didn't know that was a thing. So every change I made, I had to fully enclose the level. And that's, I think, where a lot of the surf, why a lot of the surf is the way it is. Like stage one, that first drop, it's kind of a tight box you're spinning in. And I didn't really mean to make it a tight box. I just needed to enclose it so I could try the ramps out. And then I was just like, fuck it, we'll keep it like that. And then yeah, every change I wanted to make was so much work because I was bad at hammer. I didn't know how it worked, and if I wanted to like move a ramp 20 units to the side, I would have to like open up the walls, re-enclose everything, and every change felt like so much work.
Damn.
So I think it kind of came out like it's probably the closest to kind of old school maps we've gotten recently, just because my process was probably pretty similar to how it was back in the day. You know, no one was save locking, no one was testing all that much.
Yeah, I do like that. It's really hard to make something feel janky with all the knowledge that new mappers have.
Yeah, when you have momentum mod and you're just able to test so easily and like try everything a million times, it's hard to leave it in like a slightly weird state. You can always be like, oh, I'll just move this and try and make it feel a little smoother.
So
Um,
everyone should just delete momentum mod when they're mapping if they want something to feel janky.
yeah, if you're going for the old school vibes, no save lock is the way. So yeah, stage four on this, I think, is kind of the infamous. Is that one flick near the end of stage four that you got to get through that little head check, and that one, I made it, and I just it took me like hours of trying it to be able to hit it once, and I was like, perfect, we're leaving it. And then I threw it at some testers, and I think half of them were like, "This is the worst stage. You got to delete this check. It's horrible." And half of them were like, "It's sick. Keep it."
Love that. And then after Bonk, you had Surf North.
Yeah. So one of the goals with Bonk, I was like, I want to try and make as many head checks as possible. And I felt like after I released Bonk, I was watching people play it, I was thinking about it. It got a lot of negative feedback. There was some positive, but I didn't feel like I'd accomplished what I wanted to with Bonk. And so North was originally going to be Bonk 2. It was saved as Bonk 2.vmf for the longest time. And I was like, this time I'm putting the right amount of head checks in. Every jump, every place we possibly can, we're putting a head check in. Um, and then I also wanted to make something that was kind of at my skill limit, um, just to see if I could.
That's so funny. I didn't remember this map, but I did get on this map once on like one of the like experienced surfer servers,
Uh-huh.
and there was someone who it looked like it was their first day trying surf
Oh no.
on this first stage, and like I
Bad.
I couldn't get past like to the third ramp or whatever. And
Yep.
this
Yep.
beginner was like not even making it to the second. But every time I typed in chat like rock the vote, just got ignored. And I was like, bro, you're doing this to yourself.
It's a tough, yeah, the getting to the third ramp is so hard on that. Like those first two ramps, just a lot of people try it and go, no thanks, which in hindsight, it's fair. Um, I the my whole obsession with head checks, I think it came from way back when Beetle used to stream, and he did map testing streams, and he was testing, I think it was Flodgen's map, like Mara or Amaro, one of his tier 6 linears, where there's that like big flick up 180 with a head check. And Beetle just went on this rant about how like mappers these days just keep putting head checks in everywhere where they don't need to and they're not fun. And I was like, I like head checks. I'm gonna do a bunch of them. But then everyone hated the map, so maybe he was right.
I mean, having people hate your map is a victory on its own.
I think I accomplished what I wanted to with North. I do enjoy playing it myself. Like it's difficult, which and in a like non-flowy way, right? It's
Yeah.
these flicks that you either make or you don't, and it's a little bit relentless. Um, but that one, so like Bonk, it was my first map. I got something out there, I got something released, and that was important. But I don't think I did what I wanted to with Bonk. And then North was like me fully realizing the vision that I had for Bonk.
I noticed you have a lot of Iron Still collabs.
Yeah, we
Or not collabs, but you have bonuses on a lot of their maps.
yeah, I think his like first map he was making, I just saw him posting about it in Discord, and so I was like, "Hey, you want a bonus?" And then he put me on his map. That was Prevail. And then ever since then we've got along well and ask each other for bonuses. We're both like the same kind of surfer where we've been surfing forever, but we're not very good at it. Like he started even before me, like 2009, 2010 or something like that. Been surfing ever since, and like I've beat Hades 2 is my hardest map, and it took me 40 hours. Just like it was a grind. And we both like don't surf for good times. We just like completing maps. I
Yeah,
think we get along that way.
I love that. Um, so you organized for Not So Pro Surf?
Yeah. Um, that one, like, so nobody likes that map either. And that one I kind of knew going into it. So it was all of Hardix did a bonus contest for Pro Surf. Um, and he had like 3 winners, and then there was like 10, 12 of us who submitted a bonus and didn't win. And I was like, we all have these fully finished, fully detailed bonuses that we like. We're going to try to get them into maps, right? So why don't we, instead of each like finding maps to get our bonuses in, why don't we just all put them together into one big staged map? Um, which I thought was a fun idea, just kind of a crazy map. No cohesion. The goal, Hardex's contest, one of his requirements was like it has to be original or different or something like that. And so, all of us kind of going crazy on our bonuses, putting a lot of work into the detailing. Um, it's kind of a cool map in the end, I think. I was super set. So one of the bonuses that got submitted was a Mario Kart bonus. I don't remember who did it, but it's just like you're kind of b-hopping around a track, and it was super well done, super well detailed. One of the only actual easy bonuses. Um, but then that guy wanted to
Wait,
make
is
his
this
own
your
map out of it.
bonus?
This is my stage for it on screen now, yeah.
This looks like... Weren't you making something like this at the last gathering?
Yeah, I took this idea again for the last gathering. I wanted to do this but with ramp strafes the whole time,
Okay.
and it didn't work out that well.
Yeah, I remember I was like, wait a minute, this looks very familiar.
Yeah. KSF made me nerf this stage on it, because when I originally made it, I mean, you can see in the video it takes like 8 loops or 10 loops or something like that to get enough height to get to the end zone. And so I just lowered it so it only takes 3 or 4 loops now.
Wait, was that not the end?
Oh, it keeps looping. It might get it on this go. We'll see. You got to get up on that platform on the left over there.
Oh, up there. I thought the small platform was it.
No. Yeah, it was a fun collab because it was all. Oh, and then there's the whole story with the bonuses for this map. So I was mid making this map, right? Just putting together everyone's bonuses, and then OFS messaged me and he's like, I want to sponsor a map or something. And I was like, cool, I got this one in the works. We could do another bonus contest for this. Um and so we had that whole contest organized. He was gonna put up $1,000 towards the prize pool. I was gonna get like 200 or something, and then we're gonna give 100 to like 7 different winners. Um, we like ran the whole contest, got a bunch of really cool entries, uh, and then he never gave me the money, and so none of the winners got paid out.
Oh no.
Even like to this day, like about once a year or something, him or maybe it was Hardex was talking to me. I'll get contact from him or something. Like he's maybe gonna come through with it still, but it's just not gonna happen. It was so weird because like I wasn't really planning on making this map much of a big deal, right? I was just gonna put it together and release it, and then he comes in and is like, "I want to put $1,000 towards it." And I'm like, "All right, I'll I'll get paid to do this. I'm doing it anyways." Um, Hopefully the people who did the contest had fun anyways, but I feel bad for them not getting paid.
Yeah. Yeah, what is this? That was
Oh,
crazy.
BG cooked on this. It's such a cool stage.
I am going to add in, I think Grannis sent me a link for a GitHub program that will add in the Twitch chat to the YouTube VOD.
Oh, sick.
So we'll be able to see the YouTube chat or the Twitch chat on the YouTube upload.
Nice. Oh yeah, Curtis just mentioned that he and Taiki had won honorable mention for the Hardex
Yeah,
competition, and they built their stages into Surf Honor.
I
I think they made a new map with the same theme, and then their stages, their original bonuses are now bonuses on that
I
map.
think you're correct. I don't remember if I play tested that one or if I was just one of the early players of it.
It's really cool the
Whose
theming on
whose
it.
stage was that?
Impressive. Uh, I didn't see the last one.
Yeah, the with the hearts.
Oh, this is King Curtis's. This is the first bonus on the map. So this is Curtis's submission to the contest that nobody got paid for.
I
Um,
missed the
yeah, it's
start
a
of
lot of
it.
these bonuses. They did such a good job. Like when you die on Curtis's, it puts you in the like you see these you get these messages like keep trying, you're doing amazing. Um, it's really fun.
That's awesome. I love the little heart arrows, just like telling you where to go and looking like the way they fade into existence,
Yeah.
or at least on the trail ones. That's cool. So many bonuses.
Yeah.
I don't think I
I
ever tried
surprising
this map.
it's really hard. The first three stages aren't that bad, and then it starts getting crazy.
These are
Hard
super creative.
yeah. Oh, the guy who made this one, the Hound, he won Hardex's original competition. He had that whole the triangle bonus on Pro Surf. He messaged me when he submitted for the contest. He was like, I, I he's like I map for contests not because I really want to do it, but because I want to prevent other people from winning. It's a hilarious guy.
That's so funny.
Yeah, this bonus from Tell is really fun. That
Uh, while we're
the
watching,
hub you see there. Oh, yeah.
let me pull up our questions. Everybody wants to know when you're gonna make a rock climbing map.
I I don't think I don't think it would translate all that well. Like I realize there's climb maps, but I don't see how to make a climbing themed surf map. You could do something where you're like surfing along cliffs, and that would kind of make sense. But
Hazy
it's
Chungus
funny.
fungus confirmed.
Oh, that would be fun. There are a lot of similarities between surf and climbing, because in climbing you also have just completely subjective difficulty ratings. Because in surf it's just whatever the consensus is, or like
Yeah,
the mapper proposes something, everyone plays it and says, yeah, it's about tier 5, sure. It's the same thing in climbing where someone climbs something and says, yeah, it's probably about a V6, and then the following people that climb it, they're like, yeah, it's about right, or nah, it's a V12, you know. Um, and it's got the same kind of steady skill progression you see in surfing of like, oh, I can get one grade harder, I can get one tier harder, you just got to keep practicing. There's the save locking you kind of do in climbing as well. Like you'll go just start in the middle of a climb and try one move over and over again till you figure it out.
that's cool.
Um, I think there's a lot of surfers that climb actually.
I've been once and I had a ton of fun.
Yeah,
And
it's
like you said, I
I
kept wanting to be like, okay, what's the hardest thing here I can try?
yeah, yeah. You always feel like you're on the edge of breaking into that next skill grade.
I need to go again now that I don't have long nails.
Oh yeah, long nails aren't
My
don't help.
my mom was always wanting to invite me. I was like, bitch, I have acrylics on, I can't.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of questions about the climbing.
Um, what was who are your favorite mappers
I
or mappers
so I'm
that
a
like inspire you in your way of mapping?
I I thought about this a lot. So there's the old school mappers, there's the like kind of old modern mappers, and then there's the like super new school mappers. And of the super old school, when I was playing way back in 2012, I really loved like all those short stage just collab maps like fruits 2, vegetables healthy,
Yeah.
all all those. They're just so like you don't have to save lock. You just hop in, you start playing. The first stages like banana on fruits and fruits 2, it's one ramp. You can't fail,
Yeah.
and it's just so fun. Like you make progress, you figure it out as you go. Um, so I think that those are something I'm always trying to capture the feeling of. But I really like Billy, his maps. He did like discovery, and he has a lot of stages on different maps. Oh, artifacts. That's one of my favorite maps. Um, but I feel like he managed to make surf that flowed well. Like he had this it felt very modern for how old he was as a mapper. Um, like Artifacts feels like it could have been made in 2020.
All right, I can't find a showcase or a video of it.
Uh, I'll message you though. It's Artifex.
Oh, okay. Artifacts.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, that map's so good.
Oh, I remember this map.
Yeah, like he's got head hits in there and just It flows super well. Um, it's kind of techy, like
Yeah,
fast paced, but it doesn't have that kind of jank, like throwing your mouse all over the place feeling that a lot of older maps have.
yeah.
Um, and then Razor was the other name I had for the old school mappers. Like he also, I think, figured out what makes surf fun pretty early. I mean, he made so many maps, right? And
Yeah.
kept making maps, and I don't know when his last one was, but uh, he's just got some really good stuff. I think Interceptor was him.
I think so.
A lot of good stuff.
Curtis, your
And
interview
then
is in 2 months. Don't be spilling the secrets now.
he's just spilling the beans. Yeah, there's some other old school mappers that just made like one map and disappeared that I like Surf Suka was I don't even remember, was it UMG? I don't know. And then uh what is it? Refraxis. Refraxis is one of my
Refraxis is
favorite
good.
maps.
I haven't played that in a long time.
When I played that one way back in the day, I got absolutely schooled by the last stage. Couldn't do it. It took me like hours, and then I hopped on the other day and played it, and was like, "Oh, this is super easy." The heck? It's
It's I love that feeling about surf. Like I spent, I don't know, like a whole day, like 8 hours learning how to do surf beginner, no bind half sideways or ghetto half sideways.
oh
And then next day I was like, okay, time for the one shot, and I had it in like an hour.
wow. I've tried angle surfing a little bit, and my brain doesn't. I can't wrap my head around it. It's too
It's
hard.
the no bind ghetto half sideways is the only one I like. Like the other ones just feel like forward with extra steps.
Yeah,
Um, the no bind, ghetto half sideways is like you get to see everything, but you have to move and strafe so much weirdly, and like you have to change your routing on everything. It's it's a whole
that's
new
crazy.
puzzle to solve.
Yeah, I don't understand how the movement works. I don't get it. I can do backwards better than like half sideways because it makes sense. It's the same thing as forward but backwards. You just can't see.
Mm-hmm.
But half sideways, I can't figure out what to do.
Chungus Fungus, is this your most popular map? No. Yes, it is.
Oh, nice. Wait, I got more favorite mappers though.
More favorite
Just
mappers? Okay.
lots more favorite mappers. That was just the old school guys. All right. So then the like past the old school era, Mr. Cow, I think is my favorite. I'm here always chromatic recently, but I feel like the stonework maps, kind of brought about modern mapping. Like
Yes.
it sort of feels like there's a before stonework era and an after stonework era. Um, it just was such a big step above other things happening.
It's so good. I would kill for a Mr. Cow interview.
Oh yeah, me too. I'd love to hear about it.
It's just so hard to get in touch with older mappers and get them like organized because like they have busy lives and probably kids.
Yeah. He was in Discord when he was making Chromatic, but I don't know if he's around that much anymore.
This stage is the bane of my existence. That board right here, I spent so many hours trying to get that.
Yeah, playing through this map, oh man, so fun. I think I one shot this one.
I just
Yeah, it's so good.
these like over the wall against the wall boards that you have to do, send me. Like, they're good. They're like genuinely good surf elements. And they add a challenge to the map, but like they're so hard. I hate them.
This map right here, is this Stonework 2 or
This is
Stonework
Stonework
1?
1.
This is probably what's inspired me the most, like out of everything I've played. There's multiple stages I've kind of tried to copy directly. Um, yeah, I just love it so much. And then let's see, Ike. He's Ike Ronkin,
Oh,
Squirrel
Ike
Man.
Norden or whatever. I don't know how to say it.
I, yeah,
Ike
uh,
Norden? I forget.
Ike Ronk. I don't speak German. Um, he's so good. I One of the best detailers combined with like really good surf. Um, he makes it's kind of unit surf, but it just has a lot more going on than a lot of unit surf. It feels so good. Sid, one of my favorite mappers.
Yeah, surf. Speaking of Ike, Surf Cannonball,
It's a good map.
top 5 max of all time.
When I came back after my
Oh,
break,
Ike Hornshin.
it was right about when Cement released and was on a bunch of servers, and I played through Cement. Um, so good. And then Sid, Surf Garden, and Garden H were both inspirations on Chungus Fungus. I actually decompiled Garden H to try and figure out how 3D skyboxes work because it looks so good in there. Now said the unexpected is his favorite Ike map. That's a crazy take.
Yeah, I think I tried Garden H years ago and I was like, I'm good.
It's really a really good map.
I don't even think I know Unexpected.
It's a really hard tier 3 linear. Probably one of the hardest tier 3s. It's good. I I don't know about his best map though.
Is it The Unexpected? Yeah.
Yeah, the unexpected. Yeah, that's good. I also want to shout out Gorange Ninja, one of my favorite mappers.
Everybody loves him. He's good.
Um, yeah, I think I saw in the Granus interview he also said Gorange was one of his
He
favorites.
did, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this map.
It's pretty sick.
It does look very hard for a tier 3.
Haha, yeah said his best map will never be released. You talking about Gorange? Is there a secret Gorange map I don't know?
Oh, Ike.
Oh, is that the one there's a YouTube video of? It's like Spy playing it or something. Yeah, Chromalia. That does look cool.
And then so those are your golden era or middle era mappers. What about new mappers?
Some new mappers now, who's right here in the chat. I played Enigma and Autosave recently. Autosave was so good, so much fun. He's making. He generally does like these short stages that I really like. because they don't have to save lock. You just hop in. I think Now's first map that he made was on Surf North, his bonus. I might be wrong there now. You feel free to correct me. Um, but yeah, his first submission that he sent me for North was kind of awful. It was like super steep ramps. Just some like the lighting was way off. Um, but I he fixed it up and now it's pretty fun. And then he's just gotten way better since then. Done a ton of good stuff. Um, Ethics released Surf Slate. I got to playtest that one. Really good stuff. House. I feel like House has a knack for gameplay. He makes long linears, which I don't really like that much. But House is making some really cool stuff. And then just last week I played Excavation, and that's probably my favorite map that's released in the last year or two. Um, 12 stages, tier 5, you just hop in and start playing, and it's like kind of tricky to figure out the right line to take. Um, but you don't have to save lock it. You just kind of surf it and experiment. The stages are all short enough you can get them done. And then once you find the right line to take, it flows super well. So it feels awkward when you first hop in, but then once you figure out what to do, it's so good.
Nice. Anybody else from the new era?
Um, those are my favorites. I think Curtis is doing some interesting stuff, but the maps he makes are just like not the style that I like. Um, I think same with Ellie. Like Ellie's obviously took to Hammer. Like so Ellie went from being new to Hammer to just knowing the ins and outs of it so well, being a detailing god so quickly. I'm always jealous of how fast he learned it. But I just his surf feels good, but it's just not the kind of stuff I like as much. Yeah,
Unfair.
Curtis. I don't know how Ellie got so good so fast.
uh, yeah.
Yeah, I
You
don't know.
you chose your words carefully. You know I'm a Curtis stan.
Yeah, yeah.
I
No,
pre
I've
I
got I've
preach
got a
the
ton of respect for
gospel
Curtis.
of
Like,
frienda. I mean, all the mappers are doing
I don't
crazy
like.
stuff. It's just a matter of
Yeah,
if you like
there was
it.
that map like Surf whatever or something that came out like tier 2. It's like black and glass textures. Just crazy stuff. I don't know how these mappers are doing it. I didn't know how coordinate tool worked on my first map. It took me like 4 maps to try displacements.
All right, we want to talk about Chungus Fungus now?
Yeah, let's get into it. So someone asked what my favorite and least favorite maps to make were, and I
Yeah.
think Chungus Fungus was my favorite. I had like I felt pretty confident in Hammer at that point. I knew how to port models in. I knew like a lot of what I was doing, and the name and theming on this one was just so fun. I was having a blast. The hey, no RTVs in chat.
Arch, not woo me. That's not nice.
Yeah, Chungus Funk, it was a struggle to compile at the end. But okay, so the way I made it is I knew I wanted it's the idea came from a Trackmania video. Um it was like is this map that had puzzle stages, so you had to abuse some Trackmania bug or find some weird secret route to get through the stage. And I was like, we gotta be able to do something similar in Surf. And I wanted to make a many stage map, so like 10 plus stages. Super short. I didn't want people to have to save lock. And I wanted it to try and do some kind of puzzly element where like you see the ramps in front of you. There's nothing hidden. It's not some secret trigger you gotta hit. It's just trying to figure out how to make these ramps work to get you to the end. There's no super clear path. It's like what what do we do here? Um, so this stage on screen right now, I think, was the best example. Where you have to surf the back of that one ramp.
Yeah, I love that.
Um, it's technically doable without it, but it's crazy hard. Um, so I made like 20-ish stages when I was making this, just in Hammer, undetailed, and had a bunch of people try all 20 stages and then rank their favorite and least favorite among them. And I deleted the like 6 or 7 of people's least favorite stages and kept the 14 best ones. My only regret with this map, I wish I had blocked that B hop on the spine on the last stage, because it skips that first ramp strafe and makes the last stage super easy. But it's fine.
Which B-hop?
The very start of the stage, you can B hop that first spine, not this one right there.
Oh, that ramp.
Yeah, and it makes the stage like basically trivial. It's just
Bummer.
super easy. But also, that was one of the goals with the map was I don't want to enforce a route. I'm putting the ramps there. I have an idea of how you can complete it, and whoever's doing world records is probably going to find something crazy that I haven't thought of. So,
Nice.
not that mad about it. There's a really cool skip on my stage 4 where they surf the wall at the start, and that's one of the things I don't like about modern mapping is that there's very rarely unintended skips anymore. And if there are unintended skips, they get they get blocked off for like banned. The route gets banned or something like that.
Yeah.
And as a player, I think one of the most fun things is feeling like you've outsmarted the mapper. Right? If you can find some way to cheese it, like B hop on the like Surf Royal at the end when you B hop on the edges, being like, hey, stupid mapper, I got around your surf. Um so I wanted there to be some of that on Chungus Fungus.
Nice. Yeah, Kurt asked if you played AB yet.
I was on it for like 20 minutes. I started save locking the last 3 stages because people told me I should. Um, it seemed cool. I'll definitely come back to it and give it a go.
What up, Ethics?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just having a blast with Chungus Fungus. It took so there's a porn room on Chungus Fungus, super secret, and there's no way to get to it from from the main map. And I was like, I should find I should make a secret where if you go to some trigger somewhere, super hidden, you'll get to the room. And I added the trigger, and then the map stopped compiling. And this was like the last thing I was doing. Everything was done. I just added one trigger. It didn't compile. I deleted the trigger. It compiled. I said, I'm not working on this anymore. I'm shipping it.
And so it's you can only get to it from like no clipping or something.
Yeah, you just have to no clip in, which is probably for the best. Like, don't really want people just wandering into the room, you know?
That's so funny. When to Chungus to Fungus.
I started working on that after Boogie Woogie, I think. It might have been before Boogie Woogie. And one of the problems I was having was I was struggling to come up with new good ideas for the stages because I have this, it's a pretty strict set of requirements for what I want the stages to look like. And I would hop on Hammer and I got one or two stages in, I just couldn't figure it out. And so I was like, all right, I'll make it a collab map. I'll send it out to a bunch of people, see what they make. You know, give them the requirements, see what they can do. And I got a bunch of stages back. I had Dizrez made something, Yoshi made something. Forget who else. Iron made something. Um, oh, Cookie, he made something. And I had all the stages there. Oh, Hardex had made something, I think, as well. And I started working on it, and I was, I didn't have the energy to go through with detailing all of it because the detailing on Chungus takes kind of a while. I'm pretty slow at hammering. I'm not good at it. Um, so I just every time I opened it up, I'd get overwhelmed and just close it. And then enough time went by, people were asking like, "Hey, are you gonna use it?" And I was like, "That's probably not gonna happen. Just use your stuff for something else." So I don't know.
Eventually.
Maybe. I like so I was unemployed for a year maybe. Um when I was mapping originally, and then I got a job and still mapped for a while, but now I'm working like a lot more hours and just don't spend all that much time mapping. Yoshi's stage is still there, he says.
All right, and
I
so we've
don't
got Barbie's Malibu Adventure. What was your inspiration for that?
so on that one. So I'd made Bonk, I'd made North, I'd made Not So Pro Surf, and then Chungus Fungus. All maps that are very divisive to say the least, right? A lot of negative feedback from all those. And I was pretty confident I could make something with more mass appeal, but I sat down and I was like, I'm gonna prove to the community that I could make something more palatable if I really wanted to. Um, and I was like, all right, we'll make a smoother, more flowy map. I was still trying to put some jazz weirdness into it, but I wanted to make something that wouldn't just scare people off on stage one or like, you know, they try it and just go, this is awful and flame me.
Kurt said you were asking how long of a name you could give it.
Oh man, I definitely don't have a great relationship with the KSF admins. I this map was surf pink when I was making it. I just knew I wanted to use pink textures, and I was trying to think of a good name for it. I was in Discord with my friend, and he was like, "Barbie's Malibu Adventure." I, I just took the name. It's a good name. I, I really like. I don't know if you can tell with the names that I choose, but I like choosing something memorable that if you see it in the vote map options, be like, well, "What is that map? Let's try that." Um,
Nice.
just jizz nipples and vote for this one, and like Dougie Wuggy or inspirations for my names.
Love it. This is such a good map. I love this end zone area where you could just hop around to try to get to secrets.
Oh yeah, so one of my favorite things in Surf are those like B6 on Barbies that I made. Just super easy KZ climb bonuses. I don't know how to long jump. I can't. Maybe I can do a 245 if I spend an hour, right? And so I used to hop on KZ maps or B-hop maps and just do easy stuff slowly. And it's so fun. There's the KZ Pro training bonus has a good one. There's I think the best one is Lee's Rise. It's all models and it's a little bit of a puzzle. You're trying to figure out how to get through it. Um, and so I wanted to try and make one myself. Uh, and so I just added some platforms to the hub.
This
I think it
stage.
yeah, it gets people.
Oh my god, it took me so long to figure out the routing.
Yeah.
Which it was fun. Like that's what made the stage fun, not in a bad way. This stage too, actually. Took me a while to figure out the routing.
Yeah, now said B6 had a silly route where you B hop up to get speed and then hit one of the slants or the bridge at the start, I think, and like the slant of a portal to get to the end. And I wish they would have left it because I don't care what the world record does. I design maps for the casual percent completion player experience. And on a lot of
Nice.
my maps, I actively make the world record route bad because I just don't care. Like
I love that for you.
surf north the end zone, right? There's those like 4 or 5 stairs that you have to crouch jump every single one of them. And if you're a percent completion player, it's you don't care, right? You just crouch jump up them. It doesn't matter. If you're a world record player, you have to try to land on that top stair, which is it's a really hard skip. Um, if you miss it, you'll lose like 2 seconds per stair. Um, I had a lot of fun with that one. And then yeah, stage 4 on Barbies, there's that weird skip where you can like fly underneath the stairs
Mm-hmm.
um and go up. It's horrible to hit and run. Like it's not a fun skip. I was like, nice. Ollie, what are you talking about? In a bad way? What won't you forgive me for? Oh, stage 4 on Barbies.
For real, diabolical concept, making the world record route unfun.
It's yeah, I enjoy doing that. I finally on Boogie, I was like, all right, I'll make it even more appealing. Um, oh, but Ollie actually was a really good tester on Barbie. Stage 3 used to be a lot different. You can pull up there's a video on my YouTube channel. I'll see if I can send it to you. It's what this map was when I originally made the stages before a lot of changes. Um, and you can see what stage 3 was beforehand. It's really not good. Let's see. Here it is. And Ollie was like stage 3 is not fun. It's boring. You gotta change this. I fought back on him for a while. I was like, I really like this. I want to keep it. And then finally I played it some more and was like, oh yeah, he's right. We gotta change this.
Sheep.
Skip to stage 3 if you can. Or you can watch the whole thing. That's kind of interesting. Not a ton changed. Stage 1 I think was basically the same. Stage 2 I don't think changed that much either. There's a wall right there that got deleted.
Here's stage 3.
So yeah,
Whoa.
there's all these weird things you're strafing through, which didn't really do anything. And then there's this 360 flick, which didn't feel good. And then you're just sitting on a ramp, not doing anything till the end zone. And I thought it was fun when I was doing it, and all it was like, this is not good. The flick feels bad. Sitting on the ramp doesn't feel good. I changed it to what it is, which I think is a lot better. I think the routing on the end of 4 changed a bit, mostly because I couldn't figure out how to unclose it to force the route. This bit here.
Yeah, that was very
Yeah.
different.
But yeah, it was a fun map to make. I was trying to make something that wouldn't be a huge pain to detail like Chungus was. I didn't want to uh go through that much effort again. Um so it's a pretty easy theme to execute. Someone asked if I'm gonna make a second one, and a sequel to Barbie's is probably the most likely out of all my maps because I really want to make a tier 3, so I have the full collection of 1 through 6 besides a 1, but I don't need to make a tier 1, I feel like. Maybe someday. Um it's really hard to target tier 3 though, cuz it's this weird spot of super easy, but then like not quite that easy.
Yeah.
Um and then yeah, Barbie's is I think the easiest theme out of mine to use again. Um so a Barbie's 2 at tier 3 is maybe a possibility for the future. You never know. Yeah, tier 1s I feel like I can't do anything interesting with it. It's mostly about how well you can detail it, which I know that I can't detail all that well. I can do okay, but I think the way to make a really good T1 is to have the visuals be super interesting and the surf be super easy and good enough.
Someone said that was the first Puffin appearance on KSF with that bonus.
Oh yeah, I forget what he'd done at that point. I think he had I don't know if it was before or after Through Hell. One thing I try to do with my maps is I try to
Oh, is Through Hell the
just
one that didn't get approved?
that was the one he made for a contest
Yeah, and then it
and
got rejected from the contest for some
got
reason.
rejected. It was yeah, they said it was too short and too just uninspired of surf, I think. Which I don't know.
Weird.
I can see the arguments on both sides for Through Hell. I think Puffin himself, when he was making it, he said he wanted to do 2 stages on it, and then just time constraints and, like, the amount of work it would be, he, uh, canceled the second stage and just released it at it as is, and it feels a little bit lackluster as a full map by itself, but also I feel like KSF can be a bit unfriendly to new mappers in a lot of ways. Um, the mapping channel super helpful to new mappers, right? When I was new, I would have quit without hashtag mapping, right? There's no way I get through it without people helping.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but then I started feeling like there's this kind of old guys club of people who have mapped a bunch, like their maps get accepted and added immediately versus new mappers you like got to sit in the queue for a while. Um, and then like yeah, there was puffing with through hell and the whole surf blocked thing. Um, I see why KSF didn't add surf blocked and surf through hell. But I feel like the way it was handled was not that friendly. So one of the things I try to do with my maps is I try to get new mappers to make bonuses for me, just to get them going.
Nice.
Like yeah, Puffin, his first, maybe his first thing was on Barbie's. Now his first thing was on North. Cookie's first bonus was on I think that's on Boogie Woogie.
Nice.
Yeah, because I was also seeing bonus slots just always going to the same people. Like Spy Complex always has a bonus on the map, and
Yeah.
the same mappers always use the same people. And I was like, how do the new mappers get bonuses in here? What are we supposed to do? Um,
Nice. I hated you for this map.
so small.
Like, it's
So this one,
so good, but like, I'm never playing this.
I love this map. I feel like this is gonna get more playtime in the future. I think people just haven't tried it enough. I think it's really good.
I think it's really good. It's just above my pay grade, above my skill
This
level.
this came from I made a bonus for Puffin on Nibiru 2, and I that's one of my favorite things I've made. Um, it's just like small ramp strafes, and I was playing it. I was like, this is so fun. I gotta make a whole map out of this. And so I made Surf small. Just took small ramp strafes.
I love a good ramp strafe, honestly.
Me
So
too.
I don't hate you for it.
My yeah, one of the goals, especially stage 5, was to push how fast you could possibly do a ramp strafe and just have it be so fast you're doing it by rhythm and just moving your fingers as fast as you can to get through it instead of there's some ramp strafes where it's like super big, super slow. You're staring at the ramp strafe, like wait for it, and then bang, you got to strafe as fast as you can. I want this to just be getting into the rhythm, feeling it, going as fast as you can. It took a lot of iterations on stage 5 to find that sweet spot of like as fast as I can, but not too fast that I just can't do it anymore. And then the bonuses on it. I tried to find people that had made ramp strafe stuff in the past and get them to make a ramp strafe bonus.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, that's another of my beefs with the KSF admins. Um, bonus one of the bonuses on this, I think it's the next one coming up, was stage 5 of Sinister Evil, but KZA scaled it down to like half size, something like that. This one. I thought it was so fun, such a cool idea. It plays quite a bit different. Um,
I remember this
like
stage. What is
if
it?
you
The
look at this
Sinister
last frame,
Evil?
Sinister Evil, yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun map.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite maps of all time too. And then it got denied because they said that it was a zone that already exists, right? Like those same ramps are already in a map on KSF, and they don't want to add the same thing twice. Um, which I don't agree with. I think it's different enough that it can be its own thing, but I see where they're coming from on that. But then after like right after this came out, Sid started working on Sadistic, which was taking his bonuses or stages from his maps that already existed and just smashing them together into a linear. And I was like, that's the same thing. He's taken the same exact zones that already exist and putting them on KSF again. And they're like, nah, it's different. Um,
Yeah, they KSF doesn't have the best history, but they do have the best surfers.
yeah. Yeah, so that I don't know. I'm sure like if Sam was here, he'd have arguments for why it's different. But I was looking at it like checkpoint one of Sadistic is one for one already on KSF. Like it doesn't make sense for it to be added again, but my bonus can't be. Um so when I was arguing with him about it, I was like, well fine, I'm gonna go do the same thing myself. And so that's where Salanka 2 B2 came from. Is I took Surf Bonk and I just smashed all the stages together into a linear.
This one,
Yeah, it's the one. It took me like 5 hours one morning. I got I was just like upset. I was like, I'm gonna spend 5 hours on this map to prove a point. Oh, this is
oh,
Salenka 1. We
Solinka
need
one.
Salenka 2.
Where is it?
Uh,
Oh, I had thought I had
try
them
searching
already,
just Surf Salenka 2.
but this isn't gonna show bonuses. Is this it?
Yeah, that's the one. Oh yeah, if you skip to B2. So I made it like 5 hours one morning. It taught me how landmark teleports work, so that was cool.
Uh,
Earlier than this. This is mid bonus.
wait, I think this is it, right?
Even early, yeah, it's even earlier. It's the start.
Here we go.
Yeah. So yeah, I made it, submitted it to KSF, called it Surf Bonkness because Sadistic was originally Bonkness, or it was originally Sidness until I told him Sadistic was a better name. And I was like, "What are you gonna do? Fail it? Like, what's? There's no reason this shouldn't be on KSF." And so they passed it, but said, "We're not gonna add it. We're just gonna let it sit in the map queue." Um, and I just said, "Fine, take it off," and added it as a bonus later.
That's fucking hilarious. I love that.
Yeah, definitely very petty of me. I was
Uh,
trying to that's I think the only thing that I've made that I haven't beat of mine. And so just last night I was trying to get it done. I spent like an hour, I couldn't quite get it.
that's funny. And then last of your full-length maps before we move on to more bonuses is Boogie Woogie,
Boogie woogie.
which I'm surprised doesn't have more playtime.
Oh, one more thing about Surf Small. Gotta go look on stage 5 in like the middle of the stage on like a sidewall hidden somewhere. There's a whole texture, just a wall of hate comments I'd received on my maps up to that point.
That's so
I
good.
think you'd have to open it up in game to be able to see. Um, but I thought that was a fun way to just put it all out there. I feel like the surf community can be very aggressive in telling you your map's bad when they don't like it.
I am People are always saying like this map's trash and I'm like, no, it's just not the kind of map you like. It doesn't make it trash.
Yeah, which I'm definitely guilty of myself. Like I think I called a map garbage the other day in a server, and I don't know. It's just kind of the way what surfing does to you. But then, yeah, like Curtis is saying, sometimes people like at you on KSF, just be like your map's trash at the Jazz Agent. Like, thanks, dude. You could have just not.
Oh, Kurt, I'm sure you got so much hate for a frienda and for maybe Rise because it had too many right turns. You still get hate comments for a frienda.
Really, what don't people like about a Frienda? Is it
The
just the start
slides
being?
and the start
Uh,
being
oh, the end
the
slide.
end slide and the start RNG.
The end of a friend, that's one of the coolest things released in recent years. It's
No,
so cool.
I love
It
it.
I think that's the first time anyone's done that. Like 20 years of surf maps being made. I don't think anyone's made a curved slide like that. Um and yeah, it took me Curtis had told me that it was a challenge, but like he didn't tell me how to do it and when I was testing it. It took me a while to figure out how it worked to get to the end. But yeah, if I was a new surfer, like the rest of the map's super easy, so you get to the end and then you're just like, what is happening here?
It's crazy because I've heard so many like pro like top 10, top 100 surfers bash a frienda, and I'm like, it's a knowledge check. Just play it for an hour, you'll figure it out.
It's so cool because it even yeah, it owned like top level surfers. They're like, what? How do I do this? It's impossible.
Yeah.
So cool.
Okay,
Yeah,
momentum
surf small
finally
wall of
launched.
hate. Go check it out.
Oh, I don't have it downloaded.
Oh,
Uh,
wonder if I can stream it over
Discord.
Discord.
Wait, hold up. I can also. Am I on a private server anymore?
Oh, I don't have it either.
The fuck? That's so funny.
I like wiped my hard drive at some point in the last year. Don't have all my textures anymore.
I think I'm on a private.
Thank you, Hardex. I appreciate it.
What happened?
he left me a nice little note and hashtag mapping.
Uh, servers. What the hell is this?
There's people talking about it in chat. I think that's another thing that gets people upset about maps is just when it's difficult, they get upset. It's it's hard to make things that are difficult that people don't get upset at not being able to do.
Um, I don't know where that fucking server is anymore. I'm on a private, but I don't remember the fucking IP.
Or we can move on to Boogie Woogie.
Yeah, Boogie Woogie is so fun.
This was uh kind of the correction of Barbie. So Barbie again, kind of like Bonk. I didn't quite fulfill my vision. I
Mm-hmm.
had wanted to make something easier, tier 2 to 3, with more mass appeal. And when it released, Barbie actually got quite a bit of people upset, mostly at stage 4. Um, and so I was trying to make it again, and I was like, this time I'm gonna do everything right. I'm gonna like make the world record route not just awful to run. I'm gonna make it tier 2 again on the beginner server. Um, nothing too crazy. Um, and just yeah, once again try to really prove to myself at this point that I can make generally accepted good surf if I wanted to. And I think I did pretty good on it. I've only received positive feedback on Boogie.
Yeah, I loved learning it and then relearning it with skips.
Yeah, I did pretty well on the skips, I think. The stage 1 skip is a little bit funky. It's the only part of the map, I think, that makes the world record route kind of weird.
Yeah,
But it's on stage 1, so it's easy to try a lot.
yeah,
The stage 3 skip, when I originally made it, was really hard, like tier 7 hard. And it took me a while to figure out how to nerf it enough down to now it's probably like tier 5 or something like that, to hit and a run. But yeah, I made instead of actively making the world record route awful, I was like, we'll make the skips fun to learn. A big inspiration for it was Surf in Space. I had been running that map, and that has some cool the beginner route. That's one of the few staged linears that I like because I generally play staged linears as though they're just staged maps, and most stage linears are only designed to be a linear, and the stage map is kind of an afterthought.
yeah.
Oh, this bonus from now is so good. I think he made it for the surf gathering. It's a fun one. But yeah, I was thinking about reusing the Barbie theme for it, and ended up doing basically the same thing but a different color.
Yeah, somebody said Barbie's Blue Adventure.
Yeah, pretty much. It's trees and boxes. But actually, so someone asked back to the favorite and least favorite maps to make so far. Boogie Woogie might have been my least favorite. I I was thinking about it. It's a little bit because I had just gotten kind of tired of mapping at that point. I wasn't entirely sure I wanted to make another one. And then I started making the surf on it and was having fun. I was like, all right, we'll do it, but we'll do an easy theme, make it easy to finish. And then the theme just ended up being harder to put in than I wanted to. And so getting it all detailed just took a lot longer than I had wanted to spend on it. Um, I think I spent the most time on the surf on this map than I had on any of the other maps. I went really slowly, just stage by stage, making tons of edits, um, until I had a stage I was happy with. It was funny. I had Ellie test it, and Ellie's favorite stage I ended up fully deleting.
It says you made Barbie for Surf Heaven season 3.
Yeah, I I was making the map anyways, and then I saw season 3 was there, and I was like, yes, I'm doing this for season 3.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're gonna look at some of your bonuses. Did you make bonuses like before you started mapping, or was that an afterthought?
This was after Bonk and maybe after North as well that this released. I'm not 100% sure. Um, but I was just goofing around in Hammer one day and cooked this guy up.
Neat.
You can see the like texture work and brush work is very beginner mapper. I was just making some blocks and slapping whatever textures I had on into it. But yeah, that was my first. That was the one I had made the surf for it, and then just asked Iron Style, be like, "Hey, can I put my bonus on your map?" And he was like, "Sure."
Nice. The bonuses go by so quick.
Yeah, that the one for a sale. I didn't I didn't like that one very much when I made it. I was like, "Eh, it's kind of okay," but I just couldn't think of anything else to do. Um, and then I went back and played it recently, and I think it's really good
It
actually.
looks really smooth and fun to learn.
It's it's got a weird skip where you go instead of around the pillar after this first ramp, you go like underneath it up to that second B hop, which is really hard. And probably not that fun. But the easy route's fun.
There it is. Oh, I see.
When I tested a sail and it was like kind of close to done. He still made quite a few changes before releasing it. But I don't think I actually said it to Dizriz, but I was thinking to myself, like these textures are placeholder, right? Like we're gonna update the theming here, and then he just released it with this. And in hindsight, it works. Like I think it looks really good, but I was just like it looked unthemed to me. I was like, you can't release a map like that. What are you doing?
Um,
That donut bonus. Me and Iron Style were going back and forth just talking about donuts and donut ramps, and like we were both just making different versions of donut themed stages and bonuses
I love that you
this
ended
is
in the donut box.
in the donut box, randomly buildings around it. I don't know why. um the first tier 4 donut b-hop skip, legendary. I like that Puffin can laugh about that now. Yeah, that one I went back and played recently, and I did not enjoy the surf on it, but Some people like it.
You got a little techie spin bonus.
Yeah, I really like this one. So at this point, I had a. This might be monkeys too, or monkeys.
Monkeys.
Um, I had a. I felt like I had a theme of one ramp bonuses. I had done the prevail one, and then I thought I had a second one. Maybe not. But I wanted to try making another one ramp bonus, and this is what I came up with. I think it's really fun in the end.
Yeah,
Feels smooth.
that's
It's
cool.
not that hard.
I don't think I even realized at first that it was the same ramp.
Oh, really? Yeah, this is a fun one to make. When I'm mapping, I tested momentum moderate, and I often get into these loops of just trying my map and like trying the same thing over and over again, even if I know I might change it. Like I can feel that it's wrong, but I just keep surfing it anyways and trying it and trying it. And on that monkeys bonus, I spent like an hour just surfing the same thing over and over again because it was so fun. I was trying to hit it differently and just feel how I wanted the end.
I love that.
Yeah.
Um,
This is, I think, my most recent thing published on KSF,
Spy
and
Spy asked, "Are you a bunch of projects at once person or just one project till it's finished?"
I am a one project until it is done kind of guy. I have at no point had multiple projects going. I start something, I'll work on it till it's done. I release it, I start the next thing. Um, I've a little bit like I'll make a bonus here and there, right? But multiple maps going at the same time, absolutely not.
Kurt asked if you have any mapping regrets.
Um, Unfortunately for Curtis, a friend of B6. I, that's one of my least favorite things I've released. He had asked for a difficult slide bonus, and I spent a long time workshopping, trying different things. I couldn't come up with anything I was happy with. And finally I had this, which like the turnaround was evil. It's like a slide into a 180 and into another slide, and you have to hit the 180 super tight to be able to make it to the upper one. And something about the RNG fix or like the way slides work in KSF versus momentum kind of made it weird. And then it's just not that fun of a concept to start with. So I don't really like that one.
Is there something you'd like to see more of in mapping, or something that, like, a perspective that just pisses you off?
I want to see more stage maps. Uh, Short stages, many stages, 5 to 10 stages. Just surf maps that you don't have to save lock. For the first probably over a year of surfing, I didn't know how save lock worked, which to be fair, this is in like 2012. A lot of people didn't know. But I hated linear maps because of this. I couldn't learn them, right? It would take me 20 minutes to get like 30 seconds into the map, and then I have to figure out where to go. I didn't know how no clip worked. And so linear maps just pissed me off. I would always RTV go to a different server. SaveLock did exist. I just didn't know how to use it for the longest time.
Yeah.
I I started on CS:GO on what was it called? OG, I think, like Opium Gaming or something. And then that died at some point. I switched to Carbon Gaming Network, CGN, which is where Wally, the dude who made Borderlands and Swag Toast is from. I used to see him on the server all the time. Yeah, Opium Gaming. Chad with 8 A's was rank 1 on that.
We've got your B4 for metal pipes.
Yeah, I made this for Muhammad, who he made a bonus on Boogie Woogie and had a map in the works. And then he just kind of dipped out of mapping, said he wasn't going to finish it. And so I gave it to Metal Pipes. It's pretty fun. This was me just kind of in the Boogie Woogie mode of just kind of making more flowy surf, no real goal in mind, just putting some ramps down. And then I didn't know how to texture it, so I was like, well, let's just use what I have.
Yeah. I like that. It's just like it's almost like a story of your maps.
Yeah. It would have been fun to try to mimic the style of each map as the detailing changed. To do bonk style surf and the bonk style detailing. Add a ton of head checks in the north section, but I think it would be awful to play.
I love
So
that idea though.
maybe at some point we'll do another bonus. I
And
also would love
this
to
is
make a second surf small, a small too, but that one it's hard to come up with new ideas on the same theme. It's gonna, I think, just feel like the exact same map.
yeah. Um
Oh, also, sorry, back to the what I'd like to see more of. KZ climb bonuses, easy climb bonuses, like the Lee's Rise bonus, KZ Pro Training, Barbie B6. I need more of those all the time. Just let me hop in, vibe, do some jumping around. It's so fun. But whenever you make them, please give me checkpoints. So if you fail at the top, you don't go all the way back to the start.
I wouldn't mind climb if there were checkpoints.
Yeah. The climb maps where you get like you spend 2 minutes climbing to the top and then you fuck up the last jump and fall all the way back to the start. It's so demoralizing.
I always kind of felt like climb maps, especially hard climb bonuses, are just in there to piss off the percent completion chasers.
Yeah. Yoshi, I at no point did I say
Ladders!
ladders. At no point did I
Ladders!
say ladders. I, I don't understand ladders in the source engine. I don't get how they work. I used to hop on KZ servers now and again, and whenever I saw a ladder, for a while I tried to learn it. I would like watch YouTube videos. I was asking people. I was trying to figure it out. Didn't get there.
I'm never gonna forget the Surf Ninja tiebreaker map with the ladder strafe on whatever tournament
I
that
don't think I ever
was.
played that. Surf Ninja?
Yeah,
Is that a CS:GO map?
yes. Um,
There's a secret climb section at the end of AB. I gotta play that now.
this is Surf Ninja. It's a Surf Heaven map. And this was the tiebreaker map for one of the Surf Heaven tournaments that was organized like last year or the year before. Yeah, the ladder incident.
What happened?
Just people would try and get through the map, and then they'd get to this fucking ladder and fall off. Like people wouldn't understand how to ladder strafe.
You
And
weren't kidding. This is an old map.
yeah, just every time you looked at the stream, somebody was on a fucking ladder. It was a 1.6 map originally. They got ported to
Oh
go.
wow. I think the first surf map I ever played was Water Run Banjo Skill. Kind of similar to that.
Yeah. Kurt asked if you think mappers having like dogmatic views on what surf should be or shouldn't be is helpful or harmful to the community.
I I mean, I don't think any individual mapper can like do that much to the community, right? You can release your own maps, and that's about it. Um, I really like when it feels like a mapper has a vision for their map. They have a goal they want to accomplish. They've got some sort of like theme they want to execute. And so I think having a dogmatic view on what surf should be is gonna give you a strong sense of like, I want my map to be this, which is gonna result in a better map. Um, but yeah, like mappers don't listen to other mappers, right? We ask people to test our maps and then just ignore their feedback and release it anyways, right? Like, what's
Do you have a favorite map of the year so far?
I think excavation is my favorite so far. I haven't played a lot of recent releases though. I've been trying to get back and do some more. Um, yeah, excavation was good.
Oh yeah, we watched this
Uh,
earlier.
autosave was good. Just looking through. I played Bikini Bottom last night, and that was I appreciated it.
That was a port from a Go map, right?
Yeah, it's fun. The surf is like just there, right? There's ramps, but the theme is so fun. So much work put into it. Yeah, autosave was great.
Have you looked into mapping for Source 2?
Not at all. I probably won't. I'm not. I I would like to move to Momentum when that comes out, and that'll be on Source 1. I just don't see myself trying to surf on CS2. I I don't know. Just doesn't feel right, you know?
I think everybody
So
feels pretty similar.
yeah. I gotta use the restroom. Could we take a quick?
Yeah.
Be right back.
All right, Chad, I'm gonna get a drink. I'm back. Having a short little intermission. How's everybody doing? We're, we're out of videos, so we're just gonna be chatting and asking questions at this point. Nice. Who do y'all want to see me interview soon? Realistically, because like I'm never getting Mr. Cow on. Dirtman's on the list. Sid, because I can't get in touch with Mr. Cow. I mean, if someone can get in touch with Mr. Cow and they're interested, I'd love to. Dizrez for sure. I don't know, but like, is he really? I don't pay attention to the server too much.
I'm back. How we doing?
Good, good.
Oh, I tried to get both Joker and Kaz to make a bonus for Surf Small, but they rejected me.
So we've watched all of your maps and bonuses, so now we're just kind of finishing up the questions that everybody had.
Sounds good.
Have you made any mods for other games?
So I actually went to school for game design, EC Santa Cruz. So I've like kind of made games, but I haven't really actually modded for other games at all. Surf was my first foray into this kind of thing.
Nice. I never made any games, but I did a bunch of like visualizations of fun math theorems when I was an undergrad.
Huh. What did you do your undergrad in?
Math and computer science. Well, computer science was my
I don't
minor,
know.
but I majored in math and then went to grad school for abstract algebra.
That's fancy. Some nerd stuff.
Yeah, they took away the fun and I dropped out, but it was all right.
Oh man.
I'm still in love with math. I just don't want to be in academics. Um, do you think the surf scene is missing anything right now?
I think I feel like community is the biggest thing at this point. It just doesn't. A lot of us older mappers have this memory of hanging out in the surf servers, and there's just people talking, someone's blasting music or something, just a lot going on, right? And uh there was surfers who like there's the casuals who just hop on and mess around, and then there was some of us surfers who hop on and are like trying to get better, and you start seeing these same people over and over again. You get to know them, and you just like start helping each other improve. And I feel like that kind of experience doesn't happen as much anymore. Like,
Yeah, I think, I mean, the I don't know how long KSF has had privates, but like, everybody went from playing on public servers to a lot of us playing on private servers. Um,
yeah,
and like for me, when I like started surfing, like you hear slurs immediately
yeah,
if your voice chat's on. So like mine's been disabled since I started surfing.
huh?
Like I don't know what anybody sounds like unless I've been in a Discord with them.
Yeah, I don't have voice enabled on KSF, but the I don't know. I maybe that's why, but the beginner servers on KSF just don't feel. It doesn't feel the same as it used to. Maybe it's just because I'm older, but uh, I don't know. It just seems like people don't talk to each other very much. There's just not a lot going on.
Yeah, I mean, I've made a lot of friends in the text chat on the server.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm still hoping Momentum releases at some point. Since I started surfing, pretty much the Momentum on's been a
Yeah,
year or two away.
s same. I'm like one of the lucky few that got a key when they were still giving out keys. So like I've
Uh-huh.
had momentum almost as long as I've had source. I might have had momentum longer.
Oh well. I I mean O10O is gonna be big obviously, but I don't see most people switching to Momentum until they have stable leaderboards. Because I'm not gonna start surfing there regularly until I know my times aren't gonna get wiped. I just don't see the point. I want to see my numbers go up, right? I
I
want to
feel
see my
you. There's
times, my points, all that.
I I like to practice on momentum mod. And then I'll go and try and do, runs when I can
Mm,
on this KSF server, but like it's always hard to unless you're on a private to get practice on the map you want, unless it's a really
yeah,
popular map.
that's true. Yeah.
So I play on momentum a lot, especially for 100 tick, because like the 100 tick servers are always the hardest maps, and I'm trying to do them ghetto half sideways. So can we go to an easier map?
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like the momentum mod team is a little bit too concerned with the whole cheated times things because KSF doesn't have any cheat protection. It's just admins go in every now and again and delete times. And I would rather have it launch and be imperfect, but like I'm able to use it, than for it to just never launch until there's certain no one can cheat a time or anything.
Yeah, they're all chatting about it. Um, yeah, I love playing on Momentum Mod. I do kind of wish there were, more people on it. But it's absolutely a game changer for mappers.
Oh yeah, it's huge. It makes it so much more doable.
Um, what's the hardest climbing grade that you've completed or that you've flashed?
Uh
I don't know what
yeah, he
flashed
asked about so
means.
flashing is when you do the boulder on your first try. First time you touch the boulder, you get to the top. Um, there's not really a surf equivalent of that. Like nobody cares about
Your
if you
first
can.
attempt on a map.
Yeah, first attempt complete. It's just not a thing because I mean it's impossible with surf. There's a little bit with what was the dude who did a Fielu B4 in like 20 minutes because he practiced on momentum a bunch.
I remember that. I forget.
I forgot his name. Um, yeah, I don't really worry about flashing. I don't think it was Zazboo.
Yerby?
Uh, Yerby. Oh yeah, people were saying it's maybe Zazboo. I don't know.
Um,
So I don't worry about flashing maps or flashing boulders that much. So the hardest is probably like a V3, something like that. But the hardest grade I've climbed is V8. and I didn't get a video of it for my YouTube channel.
Cause,
Very sad.
'cause you're a hater.
I just didn't think I was gonna climb it. I've only done one V8, and I didn't think I was gonna climb it when I did it, and so I didn't put the camera up, and then I just ripped it, got it done.
There's also, I guess, a closer equivalent would be like time and zone for like, single completion maps, like, tier 8s and tier 7s or whatever.
Yeah, going for low time and zone is similar, but there's no because like with flashing it, it's a binary. You either flash it or you don't, right?
Yeah,
There's no in between. Yoshi, it was a static boulder, static and crimpy.
what does that mean?
Instead of moving quickly and like jumping to the next hold, you're slowly and steadily moving your
Okay,
limbs to the next holds, and crimpy means the holds were short edges, like 15 millimeters or something like that.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Um, Capo asked if you had any like tricks or workflows or like tools that aren't well known about that you use when you're mapping.
I think I am the worst person to ask about that. I'm so slow at Hammer. I'm so bad at Hammer. I, I don't know. Everything I do is a struggle in Hammer. So I'm sure there's a million things other people are doing that I don't. That's uh yeah, I don't know. I Curtis asked the perspective thing, and as a joke, I was like, I don't like YZ, but it wasn't a joke. I don't use that perspective at all. I mostly use the 3D and the top down, and then I guess it's XZ.
That's so funny. Um, if you had unlimited time, what would your like dream map look like?
Ooh, I would definitely do a two chungus, two fungus. I would love for that map to exist. I think it would be so cool, and I would put a lot more time into the detailing, even more than I already did. Um, I think there's a lot of potential to make the detailing just this super cool, gloomy, mushroomy forest with these giant mushroom dudes hanging out all around. So probably that.
Is there a collab you'd like to be a part of? Like, who's your dream
Fruits
collab?
3.
Fruits 3.
Fruits 3. I'm a little bit glad it died because I think it would come out kind of like just not similar enough to the originals for me. Because I played Simpsons 2 the other day, and why I respect they like obviously put a ton of time into the map. It looks amazing. I just didn't feel like it was respectful of the original, or it didn't feel similar to the original at all, right? The surf is just completely different. Playing through it felt like a very different experience. Um, I think the same thing would have happened with Fruits 3, just because is 15 years of surf development have happened. Um,
Yeah,
but
it's
I don't know.
so
I
hard to
still would love
match the vibe of some of those old maps.
partly because it's just considered bad nowadays. Like back then, it was tons of fun, but if you release it now, people are gonna be like, "What are you doing? This doesn't line up." I would love to do a collab with like Now and Vey and Ethics and make like an autosave, low effort type of map that kind of ramp strafey short stages. I think he did
Yes.
some cool stuff, similar stuff.
Uh, Kurt asked if there's a uh, if you think someone should fix Big Money collab.
Ooh, it's a fun. It's a big money collab for people who don't know. Um, I have me and Iron Style. We started a collab map like 5 years ago or something at this point. Not that long ago. But the way we're doing it is one of us makes a jump, and then we give the VMF to the other person, and they make a jump, and they give it back. First person makes a jump. Um, so we both do 2 jumps. We do 4 stages like this. And so what happens is every jump becomes a thing, right? Like there's a lot of transitions in maps where from one ramp to another, it's just kind of a setup ramp or like a small transition. It's just not important. With this, we're both like with every jump, we're trying to make our mark, right? So every jump becomes kind of a bigger thing, and then it's like switching between styles. So it's pretty cool. That map, we're gonna have a bonus for it where we do the same thing, but we get a ton of different mappers, and it's a linear. So one person makes a jump, give it to another person, they make a jump, give it to another person, they make a jump. And each person, as they're doing it, they detail it how they want to. They do whatever style they want. And so we started it out. King Curtis took the first bit, made this really cool, like X ramp, jump to a window. And then the second guy, who was it? I don't remember. Took it and made just this really heinous off kilter, like you're flying through this hallway that's off axis and you have to strafe through it, and uh it's different, it's difficult, it's hard to keep speed, it's just it's a weird. And then it just kept getting weirder. Like every person after that was like, I'm gonna do the weirdest shit I can here. And we have quite a bit done. So it was Curtis. I've got a full list. There was like Granus did a bit. I ended up doing a bit at the end. Um, but it's like because someone was gonna add something and then never finished it. Puffin was gonna add something and maybe broke it. I don't know what happened there. I haven't wanted to open it because it's just a mess. And then King Curtis was gonna offer to fix it. He opened it up and like started surfing it because I don't think he tried it since he did his first thing. And yes, it's a cursed mess. And he just gave up.
Oh my God, I want to see this.
Wait, let me see if I have a video.
I think I missed a question from Mitch. I don't know how to say this. Michi Michi
I
Metches?
think
I don't
I
know.
think that's my girlfriend. If you had to make a
Oh no,
map
I already
based
saw
off of a
that.
Fast and Furious movie, which one would you pick? Um, I think I would have to go. I think I would have to go. Oh, it's a tough one because Tokyo Drift has the best name for a surf map and kind of the best theme for it.
Exactly. I was like, the
But it's
answer is Tokyo
it's
Drift.
Tokyo Drift. I Two Chungus Two Fungus. That name comes from Too Fast Too Furious. If that wasn't clear,
Yeah.
but I feel like number 6 or number 8 could be fun. You have the whole like airplane runway sequence in 6 could be a fun surf map, and then in 8 you got the whole submarine sequence. It could be fun.
I haven't seen a Fast and the Furious. I haven't seen like the last five.
Gotta get on it. It's like my favorite movies.
I think I saw up to 5.
They they kind of fall off after 6, but they're still fun.
Ethics, did you ever finish this or put this out? Isn't this yours? Why not? It looked fun. Yeah, the first two were far more grounded in reality.
Yeah, they get crazy, but they also get fun.
Um,
Oh, I've got a video of the first like 30 seconds of the collab map. See if I can. I just sent it to you.
when did surfers start having girlfriends?
You guys can see what a mess it is. So this first bit is Curtis comes in, does this nice and normal ramp and a jump, and then you got this. Supposed to like hit your head on that.
Yeah, definitely got to get that
Yeah,
going.
it would be something. Yeah, me personally, I'm not gonna finish that map, but if someone else wants to, I would love it. I think it would be fun to get it released. Also, me and Irons collab. That one's like it's pretty close to a finished map. There's just another like 10 hours of work maybe that needs to go into it, finish a bit of detailing, and I think make a hub. I don't know if anyone's done that. And I kind of took my hands off it. I was like, Iron, if you want to finish it, go for it. I'm probably not going to work on it. Um, so we'll see if that ever comes out. He's put some work into it recently.
Um, I know you have to go to work, so I don't know how much longer you have.
Yeah, not too much longer.
Okay. We'll try and wrap it up
I can hang it.
here in a second then. Any last minute questions?
It's been fun just hanging out talking about mapping.
Yeah, I love doing these. It's always so much fun. Um, I also love the mapping gatherings. That's like my
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah, if there's anyone in the chat who's like thinking about mapping or is a mapper and hasn't done a mapping gathering, they are so much fun. You have 3 hours and you have to go start to finish, just make the best map that you can. And it's mayhem. It's a great time.
Curtis's troll ass map.
Now asked what my favorite map is. Oh, wait, favorite ramp. Like of any map of all time or of my own maps? Because of my own maps. Ooh, that's a tough one. I think Boogie Woogie Stage 4 first ramp is a fun one. I like the way that it surfs. Felt pretty different. of any map of all time, that's a tough one. I think there's a lot I'm not thinking of.
End slide on a
Um,
friend. LOL.
um, that's very cool, but that's I don't think that's a ramp. Um, dude, I don't know. Maybe Sinister Evil last ramp. This strafe up. That thing's fun. Um, what other questions we got? Layout then detail or detail as you go. I am 100% a layout then detail. I fully enclose it before starting to detail as well, which I'm starting to think I should try. Like if I did another map, I would probably try to detail before fully enclosing to see how it goes. Um, yeah, I feel like you need to get the surf done before you detail, because if you're trying to adjust the surf while you're detailing, everything's so much harder and you're not going to want to make changes. You want it to be as easy as possible to iterate when you're still messing with the surf. Um, ethics ethics asked, what map should I make? You should make Sinister 3. You, me, and now, and we get Vey in there. We make Sinister 3. It'll be a good time. Was Sinister 2 made by the same people that made Sinister 1? Or was that someone else? Let's see. Well, it was a bunch of different people. Ove was on it. Ethics, did you make a map after Slate? Is there another one I missed? Oh, I haven't tried Tormentor.
All right,
Guess I'll,
everybody. Unless we have any last minute questions, we're gonna go ahead and I guess timestamp the video here for me to um, clip it together later for YouTube.
sounds good.
And then feel free to stay and hang out and chat. I'll still keep the stream up, but I am gonna take a cigarette break.
Cool. Well, thanks for having me. It's been fun.
Yeah, you too. Who's the next one? I think Puffin? No. Who is it? Where's my schedule?
I would love to hear Puffin live talking about the Puffin drama.
It is Puffin.
Nice.
Puffin told me a while ago that they have a map that like spooky map that they were working on, and so they were hoping to have uh like map reveal around the same time.
Surf Through Hell 2 confirmed.
King Yoshi is on my list, but we haven't scheduled anything yet.
Alright, well, I'm gonna hop off. I gotta get to work.
All right, thank you so much, Jazz. Thank you so
Thanks for
much.
having me.
Round of applause and hearts in chat.
Alright, have a good one, guys.